towards the end of Mirage. But indeed, it is Train, and it's starting very shortly with the pistol, not the knife. Second game, not the third. Contact will be on the CT side, as we can see. We've got plenty of utility on the likes of Emmy and Rarland. And for HAVU on Zori and Saw. No P2 Fiddies for the T side. They don't feel like they'll need that extra range or prioritizing other things. I'm not sure if Esperanto was seen making his way towards E-Box. They're seen now by Zori, who's trying to keep an eye on information. 3-man on road towards Ivy, take out Rarland.
All right, so it begins charging through the backlines. They could go to B if they want to with the bomb. And indeed, they are going to go for that. They have managed to make their way to CT spawn, and they're going to go all the way around the back. Maybe they'll go around the world, James, all the way up to the upper areas of halls and then back to A. Who knows? Otto's having some struggles here. There's multiple players on his position. They can't quite get out of connector. Oh, that aid is actually just so fantastic. So much additional damage. Esperanto will find his way out of that position eventually. And look at that side plant. Doto straight back in the fight, and there is no response.
I love it. They're saving their Kevlar, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
Hold on to that Kevlar again. Kevlar, $650. A kill in a pistol round, $300. So sometimes there's more value in holding on to your Kevlar, especially if you're going to go for a force buy in the next round. HAVU must have realized what's going on. Don't want to go too crazy though with the hunt, just in case something isn't covered. Ships won't save any Kevlar. Otto may be able to do so. We'll see if someone makes it to T-spawn in a hunt on a pistol round while the bomb is exploding. Not every day you see that. But today we will see it, and there will be no save. They're completely denied. But it's nice to see the awareness, because I don't think that's common enough at the moment.
So one thing, you question, everybody else is questioning is, why are we on Train? And, what do HAVU have to say for that? And we're going to get to see that because we're on this T side. They start off well, and the force buy, which is extremely dangerous, will be coming in through, or thrown from Contact Gaming. They have a couple scouts. Mag 7 makes an appearance. A Deagle and a CZ. So a lot of danger, that is for certain, for HAVU to deal with. But if they have a good anti-force buy rounds, they'll be fine. They've got a couple Mag 10s that can get information easily. The expendable players. And slowly will make his way towards all of Meister, clearing things out with that Molotov. Nobody in sandwich, thanks to that molly.
Yeah, it's very important to know a sandwich molly from main. Very, very common. So HAVU are advancing. Otto will be the first to get taken out by a swinging Mac 10. Doto's there to trade. 4 versus 3 in favor of HAVU now. All 4 on the A bomb site. Contact moving in to try and take some control. We've got ships in the ladder, but he's only got a Mag 7. He can't even really go through the ladder room into the A bomb site because he has the worst range possible with that weapon. That or a sword off. So Contact are in a saving situation once again. Esperanto would love to save this Krieg. Seems the hunt will be less rabid from HAVU on this occasion, even though they've got 2 players with Mac 10s.
So all things are going fairly well for HAVU so far, and if you consider how heartbreaking that first map must have been for them, James, like if you think of how close that game got and how many rounds were lost because, oh, I didn't throw my smoke, or oh, I tried to be a little bit too greedy with a smoke, or I couldn't get around the corner. Like these were round losing moments for HAVU on that first half of Mirage. And they managed to make it so close. They definitely, I'm sure that they feel like they should have absolutely have won that Mirage game. And here on Train, things start off quite differently. Obviously, Contact are able to hold on to quite a lot of firepower from that previous round. So there's danger once again, but HAVU, they're showing a lot of routine here, James. They're looking really confident, rolling through the drills of these rounds.
Contact stacking the B bomb site. Otto is now just rotating from B towards A, but he's got a USP. Esperanto with the Krieg is at the back of the bomb train on B. They are expectant. Contact up close to the Mag 7 could be pretty juicy. Shipstow is the only person with a flashbang, so there's no pop flash for him. Emmy is in ladder with a smoke. This is part of the ladder room take. Again, with Virtus Pro, you'll see them molly outside of the ladder room and then throw 2 HPs on the inside. Double peek, and that smoke will never be thrown. Oh, and actually, he threw it towards the main. There we go. Ships makes his way in towards the B bomb site. Everyone's out of position now for contact. Stuck around connector, but Esperanto has that Krieg. He's so good at the clutch for contact. Can he do it on this occasion? Completely blind. Surely he's going to get exploited. Oh, he's not along for this one, is he? In trouble, forced away from every semblance of cover. And Roland now 1 versus 4 with the scout. So far, so good. He's dropped the bomb as well. Look at the time on the clock. Something could happen here. But Hoodie has position. Thank God that quickly advanced into a nightmare for HAVU.
Yeah, that looked a little bit hairy at the end. Nice couple of attacks from Roland. And that's really important, obviously. Just got to keep that money as low as possible on that T side, as HAVU have all this success round to round. And contact, they'll go double AWP straight away. Otto and Esperanto having those AWPs in hand at the moment. We'll have to see where Esperanto is going to take his AWP. He's actually going to be going towards Z. And he's looking for a deeper angle, it seems, into team main. Look at him go with that AWP. He's really looking for that early pick. Otto shooting some shots off from the Z connector, so they may not expect to see an AWP at Olofmeister as well. That would be very surprising. Falls back through the smoke. Emmy's there in ladder room. He's just, there's no harassment towards him at all. He's able to get a free kill into Slowy, pushing out.
Oh no. Do they push if they hit a grenade? No. They don't know if 2 people are there. You don't know if it's a bait. So it's going to call off guard. Zori's here to trade though. They have position, but the bomb is not in their control at the moment. It's on the floor, needs to be collected, and with only 2 players left, that's really going to kill some time here. A minute on the clock. Hoodie showing presence towards ladder. Going down actually, but again, someone's got to grab that bomb. Maybe it'll be Zori. Falling back from Ivy after that trade. 2 players per site for contact. He's walking because he doesn't know if anybody's in the hell position, and they would hear him running if they were. But no one is. Seems HAVU will move together now. Strength in numbers. Whatever strength is left. 40 seconds on the clock. If they're lucky to get a 2v2 on one of the bomb sites, so it'll have to be A at this point, I think.
Yeah, I think...
Ooh, they're really... The problem with this, walking all the way towards Ivy, is that by the time they get to the A bomb site, they're going to have no time to check anything, unless they're just going to save an Ivy here.
I was going to say saving is probably the best call here.
I don't feel like they're saving, though. Doesn't look like they are.
I mean, you could go for economic damage, but I think that...
This is the thing, they come into the site now, and there's only 10 seconds left. When they were by main, they had 30 seconds.
Well, there is some damage done. Oh, he has no time now. He waited a little bit too long there.
Yeah, so this is a problem. You're together and you're by main, and you've got 30 seconds. You can spend some of that time clearing the actual bomb site, but if you walk towards Ivy, you merge your Ivy, you've got 10 seconds to clear. You don't have time to clear anymore. Yeah. So, I'm not a fan of that myself.
I mean, they would have been able to, with the gun saved, at least like saving the Krieg at the very least, they would have had an ability to have a pretty dangerous rounds in this one to keep the pressure on and have more of a chance to do more economic damage than what they could have done in the previous round in that 2v4 situation. So yeah, sometimes it's hard to call the save on the T side, but sometimes you got to do it. Either way, they will have a Krieg on Hoodie. He's got Kevlar as well. Ships is in position. He's been very dangerous, able to get 3 kills. Very nice. Still staying alive too. He's got 31 health. He's looking good to be good to save everything this round. There's no players left to deal with him as Saw is coming through Ivy by himself.
Some people might be wondering, why is Saw Ivy if they're rushing B? I would imagine the plan is if they were to be successful on B, then the flank could give them a small chance, but a chance at winning the round or having some more impact. But since they all got deleted, it looks terrible. But that would be the intention.
It looks like you're playing matchmaking and everyone's like,
you're just baiting your teammates, but
exactly.
There is a purpose if it's all agreed to, which I'm sure it is, as they're a team.
Yeah. So this definitely makes things look a little bit scary, I think, for HAVU, because if you look at contact now, they've got a dangerous set. Like 2 Kriegs, 2 AWPs, M4, full nades, just full everything. And they've also got some money to spare in the bank, so they're already building that bank. If they win this round, I feel like contact are going to start to get serious momentum in this game. So HAVU will need to find some way to disrupt contact's success here. They've got a couple players in her. Actually going to push the smoke there, and they will see nobody. And at the early stages of the round, as often there's 4 players on the A site for Contact. There may be a timing attack possible here as HAVU go Contact style into this B-bomb site. This is perfect, actually. Chips does not get the initial kill. Oh, he does, actually, with the flames. The trades come through, but look at the position on Slowy. He's so far forward.
Yeah, this has to work out for HAVU, otherwise they're in trouble. So far, so good. He's done great work. Saw actually going to team kill his teammate and not make up for it afterwards. 2 versus 2 now. The side plant is in. That might be something. Doto coming in from the top. Wonder if there was an option to rotate through connected there with the side plant, but they won't take that gamble. He is on the high ground now as Zori feels stuck on default. Grenades deployed, just a smoke and a flash now for Contact. There's a molly here for Zori, but again, he's standing default, so not as useful as if he was upstairs. Rylan will get taken out, leaving Emmy at the back of the bomb site with 15 HP, and he'll have to run for it. Oh, he's still going for frags, it seems, but I think it's time to save that AWP, and he will do so. Round number 4 for HAVU, back to winning ways.
That's pretty huge for them. It's going to make life difficult for Contacts. I love these burst plays. I think it's so awesome to just see, you know, hang on, can I get out a little bit, and how far can I go? And if it's possible to go out far enough without being seen, like those plays suddenly become so strong because the CTs don't get a chance to react. And you can see how powerful it was getting that forward position Slowy towards the connector. I love how Source shot his teammate in the head to kill him after Slowy has had this heroic effort and then just died afterwards. So, like a 6v4 in that round.
I'll have you know, Saul got 2 of those kills. Although I'm not sure if the second one was the teammate. Now I think about it.
Oh, I thought Emmy got all the Slowy got all the kills.
Oh, Emmy's got a lot to deal with in the ladder room. He'll have to fall back. No one's in position to throw a grenade for him into ladder, but outside the smoke will go. Not fast enough, however. There will be trades, but Contact are now falling to pieces here on train. Esperanto very patient with that kill. Sees the shadow of a player above main. Can he get there in time? He can't. Zori takes him out. 3 versus 2 now as Rylan tries to even the numbers. Can't quite get there, though, and he gets taken out by Zori as well. That leaves Otto, the hero of the hour, maybe. Along with Esperanto, generally speaking. Otto takes out the first one. He's got Hoodie and Zori's are fine now, but Zori will trade it more or less immediately, and HAVU find themselves at 5.
All right, so 2 really fast rounds from HAVU have really turned things around here. It was looking like Contact were about to start taking over the game, but it's that's not the reality at all at this point. HAVU, it's good that, you know, they're able to find success, you know, playing slower defaults, but also playing really fast. That's, you know, and trying to get those really quick splits onto the A side. There's Contact plays into the B-bomb side. Like, they're showing that they can kind of make everything work, and that's a scary prospect for Contact. We have this 4-man A setup in this eco rounds. I like also that HAVU aren't scared to just go for these kills.
Roland with a one kill in this round, but not much to shout about, really. Annihilation from HAVU, and they're showing that Train is actually super damn strong for them. Maybe they don't need Nuke as their main pick. Very strong so far. 6-2 now over Contact. Let's see what Contact have to offer. Otto, of course, has an AWP, but will they have a second one? Ships hasn't bought just yet. He would be without Kevlar if he did buy one. That is something to consider. We have a tactical timeout from Contact. I can speak English. There?
Yeah.
How do they get back into this game? How do they stop these advances from HAVU?
Yeah, I think they just have to play, you know, just good default CT setups and just like have those tactical plays where they are either able to hold onto the ladder room, or they have those pot flashes which gets them into T main, takes some position away, get some information. Depending on the team you're playing against, you could, you know, certain teams have a lot of IV focus around their defaults. So if HAVU or one of those teams, I don't think they have shown us that really yet, but if they were one of those teams, you know, playing those forward positions where you get those deeper smokes, you know, to kind of disrupt that is really powerful. We saw how powerful it was that top mid smoke on Mirage from Contact to disrupt HAVU's top mid default. Completely, that actually lost HAVU the round. So you got to try to find a way to take one of these forward positions away and get the information from that as well. Otto will be able to get a pick towards inner. That's a great start for Contact in this round. And now they don't have to take forward positions. You've got a 5v4. You can just like play back, play some good spots. There's only one smoke left on the T side.
Have a look at Rylan though. He's walking up Ivy. He wants more information. But how long will he hold here for? Not long. You can see him advancing more. While that's happening, Doto may have found a gap because he's made his way towards Hell. So while Slow's been taken out above B and there's problems towards B, and it's 3 versus 5, that could easily turn around because of Doto's position. Where on earth are all these CTs? He wants 2 frags, not just the one. Esperanto taken out now, but where is everybody else? Rollins' flank could actually be just in time. There's nowhere for this bomb to rotate in towards the A bomb site because there's CTs everywhere. Hoodie gets a very important kill onto Emmy, but again, Rollin, can he get into main in time? Smoke up for the time being, and it's actually being watched, but oh, Ships are going to give a sound cue away in the meantime, which may actually allow Rollin into the site. Here's a blast taken out for free, so this may all work out eventually. Doto gets the trade though. Now, where is Otto? That is the question. He's lurking. You may have just seen him by that stop sign. Otto waiting for him to peek from Sandwich, it seems like. Surely Otto has the superior angle now. There it is. Second kill of the round. Very important round for Contact.
Yeah, I was really afraid there because Rylan, after getting the kill on the planter, his next move was to swing the guy on Ivy and take the fight on Ivy, even though he knows, because he just pushed T main, that T main is safe and just, you know, he can just chill by that position, giving his teammate now a 1v1. There's 2 very different situations. One, the 2v1 where the opponent has to pick up the bomb and plant it because there's only 20 seconds left is it's a much harder spot for the T side, so I was a bit afraid that they may have given the game away there. There's a quick flash from Hoodie though to try to take some control towards the inner. So at least pressure it and to feign that they're going for a default. And so he's into ladder room. So looks like we're going to get a split onto the A site here from
Look at Rollin again
HAVU.
though. He's gone through Ivy again, this time with a flashbang from his teammate. And it looks like this was watched by HAVU. Around T spawn. Zori gets taken out, jump throwing a grenade though. Can't have been expecting that. But what can they do in the meantime? They know there are 2 players probably towards Ivy. Can they take advantage elsewhere? They can. Saw makes his way below heaven to take out Rylan. And it's another awkward retake attempt from Contact. A man down as well. We've got Saw around the connected position, which is currently smoked by the Ts. And I'm not so sure if they're going to go for this.
Yeah. This is kind of like what I was talking about before, where like if you're going to play the Ivy aggressions, you've got to be really careful, because if you overcommit players there, the other team does have this option, if they understand what you're doing, to just actually just take, like you're in the farthest position away from the B bomb site, and you're also going to be out of position on the A bomb side, and you know, the T side get this opportunity to just push forwards, knowing that you're light players on the A defense, and they can get such forward positioning so much more quickly because of knowing that this situation happens. So I'd rather see like T main takes and more, you know, play around the, like denying ladder room and so on, as opposed to the Ivy stuff. Because HAVU haven't really put anything towards Ivy most of these rounds. Yeah,
that's why Rollins pushing it though. I think he realized there was a weakness there. He's trying to exploit that. But a 2-man investment was perhaps too much.
Yeah,
because,
that's the difference, I think.
The timing. They had no idea, it seems, that there was a player by Olof, and that was part of what cost them. Now Doto's going to be keeping an eye on Ivy with the Krieg, as we can see. In the meantime, there's the early grenades. Rollin will show some presence with some grenades deep. There's a smoke deep on Ivy as well from the T side.
Weird.
Maybe to keep Contact entertained. But in fact, both teams will ignore Ivy now. The Rollin is heading back. HAVU around ladder, looking towards B. 2 of the 3 players in B for now.
Contact are really in the dark at the moment. They really don't know what's going on. Ooh, that's a miss. That could be a problem. That's a lot of information though. I think he saw a couple players going across, and they've seen nothing anywhere else. They're going for an info play T main. They're going to figure it out, but will it be soon enough? They just saw nothing's T main. They've got to know it's going to be B now.
Otto smartly held onto his smoke for a while. After taking that shot, he considered throwing it immediately, but he held onto it for a few seconds, which may delay things actually. There's a lot of spam coming out into the B bomb site now. A third CT makes in a rotation. Otto's taken out. That's a huge frag for HAVU. Continues to push the advance, but there are 2 players by oil. Doto might not have seen the second one, or maybe he did. Esperanto with a deagle. Sometimes that's enough. This time it's not. Rylan and Emmy remain. Contact's being victimized on the CT side of Train.
Yeah, that's a really nice set piece onto the B-bomb site. c0ntact did the right things as well this round. You know, they got the information, but maybe they got the information a little bit too late. And so that kind of sucks because it's hard to know what the good timings will be. And when you're playing against the T side that mix up their pacing a lot, that makes it really hard. It does become kind of a gamble to a certain extent of when should we go for an information play. Should we do it quickly? Should we do it later? Really good T side so far from HAVU. Are you impressed, James?
Yeah, well, they're showing strength in their map pick, which is definitely what we wanted to see, especially with the numbers on paper. Exacting revenge on c0ntact after Mirage. Dust 2 is to come. We start to wonder about that as well. 4 players starting on A for c0ntact. But the main focus is Rylan with the AWP. Maybe this was spawn-based. He's got AWP and full armor. Loads of pistols for c0ntact. Only Emmy with a flashbang though, so I do wonder if we'll see some kind of flash play, but they won't get position. Rylan taken out immediately. Will the AWP be collected? Not yet. Emmy falling to the flames. Esperanto in no man's land. Smoke plant while Ship tries to spam. Can't quite find the angle, going for the knife instead. Can't get there either. Otto and Esperanto left. Pistols. The smokes will go in, and so all the variants, all the frags really going the way of HAVU. Save that one on Esperanto. Just another non-round as far as c0ntact are concerned. The AWP is stolen. And it's the 9th round for HAVU.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that they are really so effective in playing their anti-ecos, anti-force buys with going outside. And they've done it with smokes, they've done it without smokes, but they're confident, they know specifically what to do, how to handle these particular rounds. And that's really good. There's a lot of teams that just don't really set up rounds for those situations and think that they can kind of just like adapt one of their buy rounds into an anti-eco, but they are different in nature. So, default coming through for HAVU here. 2 winner. 1 Ivy, 2 T main. There's a forward incendiary on the ladder room, and here's an info play much sooner for c0ntact on T main. I love this. Esperanto's in a pretty deep position here.
Yeah,
Do they hold on to it?
This is normally where the CTs will stop. They won't really go beyond that position, and you can see why. But it seems Esperanto will just jiggle with the smoke to buy some time rather than stay in there. The T's, of course, I think maybe the silence is unnerving. There's no presence being shown elsewhere for HAVU, which maybe makes c0ntact feel that HAVU will assume this is compromised until they see otherwise. So there's a response to a grenade. That smoke gets thrown immediately. Now, we've seen on Mirage, at least, HAVU struggled with the late round calls when situations didn't go their way. We'll see what happens this time. At least they've got ladder, and now Doto is creeping towards Old Bomb from Ivy. Rylan's been taken out as well. So far, so good for HAVU, it seems.
Esperanto's in the smoke still. He's going to be able to get the kill onto Sort. Really good stuff. That one deep smoke really caused so many problems. We can go into that in a moment. It's 3v3, 30 seconds. The bomb's rerouted to the B-bomb site. They're going to find a plant here. There's no CTs to prevent this. It's a side plant as well, which is very nice. c0ntact really not with the info they needed to be in position, but they do get another kill from Esperanto. Let's look at Slowy. He's pretty deep in this position. Zori with a pick as well. That's going to make Zori, the life of Slowy much easier. Even easier still, because he's getting every single kill. There's the high flash. Another peak will be coming in soon, I'm sure, as Slowy is still in an unknown position. Ships will try to rescue the AWP. And this was a great recovery from HAVU, James. I actually thought that they were going to get wrecked here. With the way that Esperanto played that deep smoke into T-Con, you could see they wanted to split from all those positions at once. And
well,
they managed
there was no
to
one on B.
adapt.
They got B for free. Taking out Otto in the clutch is so important as well, which they were able to do. So HAVU are having a storming half at the moment. 10 rounds now to the 3 of c0ntact. So you don't really have much to offer, it seems. Again, they had those forward positions in main, chose to give them up and use a smoke instead. And sometimes that's been enough, but not on train. On train, it is all HAVU at the moment. SMGs and French guns out for c0ntact, as well as the M4A4 on Esperanto. Once again, a 4-man investment into the A-bomb site, nothing untoward there. More junk being thrown towards main, but Saw may still make his way out. He'll choose against it, actually. Not going through the smoke. Now, Esperanto could be flashed in at a later date. There's only one flash though, and it's on Ryland towards Ivy, so that might be awkward. c0ntact running low on all sorts. Rounds, artillery, utility, all sorts.
And that smoke is kind of a blessing and a curse because, you know, Esperanto can't push this. I mean, they could try to flash him in if they had to flash for it. But, you know, you're not going to do that here. It's very risky. So, you know, it's cool that you have the smoke there, but it's not going to really disrupt HAVU too much. It'll just slow them down a little bit. And HAVU is still going to go for that late burst onto the A-bomb side. It's looking like going for the clearance now of ladder room. So there is some potential for some damage to be done between both Esperanto and Emmy, but they have to deliver kills. Emmy goes down straight away. Now Esperanto is hiding behind that E-box along the ladder room wall here, and he might just get a sneaky pick. Where's the swing from ladder? The swing is way too late. Eventually, the frags will be traded, but is there too much damage? Doesn't look like it.
Ryland versus 3, emerging through a smoke. Not sure if you heard the footsteps of Doto. The bomb's not planted just yet, actually, trying to bait him to get him off the bomb plant, but they won't do that. One by E-box will be enough. That's Hoodie. And it's 11 for HAVU. c0ntact with 3 rounds on CT train. This is a disaster by any measure. It is an absolute mess. And this looks completely free for HAVU. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, they're getting absolutely smashed right now, and it's been a great T side. They've played really well. I think, you know, it's just they're playing a level of a T side, and that's c0ntact are unable to respond to in terms of how they're able to hold on to forward positions, how they're able to play the retakes and so on and so forth. But we'll see if they can get at least one more round at the end of this half. Looks like Dota was missing. He forgot to buy a smoke there, so he just bought one. Oh, this is devious. Ships. Oh my god, he's made the jump. This is so sick with the MP9. How does c0ntact know to check that, James? That's so insane.
Fantastic awareness from c0ntact. He and the whole team are ready for train, that's for sure. Hoodie 15 for 8 at the moment, leading the charge on the scoreboard, looking for more. Ryland going for that flank once again. Ivy with more urgency this time, and he's been spotted. He realizes he has been as well. Does this slow things down for HAVU? They've got over a minute on the clock here. Ryland trying to hide in plain sight, it seems. Oh, he picks perfect timing. Now, does this force HAVU's hand towards B? They've got 50 seconds to decide, but this is where, indeed, as we said before, they have kind of run into problems. There are only 2 players on the B bomb site right now. Worst case scenario, they're 4 versus 3 if they charged into B, which is a lot for those choke points. And it seems they'll try and head towards A in awkward fashion. We've got Emmy with an angle on ladder, but he's only got an MP9. So this really could go either way.
I think they've made the right call here for sure. Like going ladder, just gambling towards ladder to just burst out A, I think is a really smart choice. Roman is still lurking around. They have no idea where he is. But as you said, James, only one man just with an MP9 here on this bomb site. So the bomb might be able to go down here. Got to be really careful. Oh dear, here comes a denial. And oh, that's a brutal play from Emmy. He's just shut down the round. It seems he's going to get another kill as well. Saw goes down. I definitely think HAVU made the right choice in going down ladder, but there it is. 4 rounds at the end of the first half for c0ntact. Only 4 rounds on that CT side of train. That's brutal. Yeah, and that last one was a desperate one. Very much needed, but is it enough? I don't feel like it is, but maybe they can turn things around, as HAVU almost did in the first map. We will find out after the break.
move to the T side with 4 rounds on the board. The CT side was a disaster. They got wiped out from round after round. It was a mess. But can they organize things OCD style on the T side, Dan? What do you think?
I think we're going to 3 maps, James. I think that is too much. We'll see. But if given had the preparation from HAVU, look how good that T side looked, they should be able to play equally well at CT side. Like, they should get it, you know? So I'm not looking at Contact and thinking they're going to have as much depth on their T side. They have a lot of skill, but it only gets you so far.
Yeah, and first comes the pistol. And pistol can sometimes mean variance. We've seen some go swimmingly. We've seen some go real bad. Contact will be hoping for the former. Emmy and Rylan will be grenade men. 2 Molotovs and 4 flashbangs. No P250s on this occasion. Contact will have Emmy going out. Molotov towards connector position. Looks like he's offering a fake as they're heading towards the B bomb site now. That may help with the rotation, actually. 2 players in towards B already. CT's putting up a smoke to help that rotation. And there's an even deeper Molotov. Esperanto gets traded over. Otto's here to contribute as well. Man advantage for Contact. Bomb still needs to get planted though.
There it goes. It's looking rather impossible right now for the CTs. So we're just going to stay alive on the frag. Can't find the headshot though. And Contact will pick up the pistol just as HAVU did on the first half. But it's about winning against these force buys, because I have to say I was impressed by HAVU's ability to handle the force buys. They didn't really look like they broke a sweat in dealing with those, but it is a sweaty business when you're dealing with scouts and CZs and just all sorts around all these different corners and these long avenues of the train yards on this map. So a couple Mag-10s will be there for utility, you know, for the, you know, just having people that are expendable. They can create space, just as Emmy is doing here with his Mag-10. So he's going to spot a couple going towards Ivy. Good HE, actually. That's going to do a good chunk of damage. Kills are starting to come through for Contact.
Oh dear, we're going to have some variance in this round, that's for sure. Saw creeping with the scout now. In the meantime, there's all kinds of carnage on the A bomb site. HAVU have the man advantage. Esperanto's all but dead. Spotted now. Otto's got to do a lot here. He's got to really help. There's a CZ, and it's a 2 versus 1. Otto down and out. 12 round for HAVU. They turn things around immediately.
Got that. And
they've got places to be.
I told you, James, it's a sweaty business playing against these force buys on this map if you're on the T side. Contact did not make it look like HAVU did. And that is brutal, man. That's your economy fully wrecked. Unless Contact can find a way to win this round, they're going to be in a position where HAVU have probably 14 rounds before Contact have a chance to have buys.
Trying to avoid the initial grenade. Esperanto makes a play, but he can't make that fatal connection. Sorry, alive at 5 HP. Esperanto trying to force the urgency, but he's been scouted now. Surely Emmy's guaranteed a frag here, or is he? The smoke will deny him. Does he go for the shot through the smoke? He does. We've got the fadeaway HE grenade. Ships taking some damage, but taking out Doto in the meantime. Again, how's he still alive, Zori? Finally getting taken out. 3-on-3 as Contact tried to capitalize on the anarchy here. And now Rylan's in a 1 versus 2. He's got the bomb. He's got a minute 15 to go wherever he wants to. Although, he may be heard by Hoodie. Let's see. He has. Look at Hoodie's, the direction he's facing. He heard all of those footsteps from Rylan. Rylan was so good on the CT side walking up Ivy, but on this occasion, he's made a fatal mistake, and Hoodie has all the range in the world now. Oh, he's actually... they're switching it up, so Saw faces. Saw Hoodie do a 180 at the wrong time, but Saw's holding the angle. Rylan conceded his position. He ran even though he had a minute on the clock. That took away all the chances in that round. And now Contact are in so much trouble on train.
Yeah, and it kind of didn't really matter that HAVU lost a bunch of players there, because Contact have to go for this complete full save. So this round, lots of money is going to be made here by HAVU. So their economy will be fairly healthy moving forwards, assuming they don't lose any players, which is a realistic outcome. You can see Sori starts things off well with the MP9, denying the ladder room control for Contact Gaming. Sor also keeps an eye with a good vantage point on that T main position, and Contact start to build into perhaps the splits, and there it is. The only Deagle is going to deliver a kill. That's pretty huge. If they can get another 1 or 2, that's going to be a problem for HAVU.
Fishing with 2 Glocks, a Deagle, and a P250. This round is a dry one for Contact. Maybe just worth discussing the rounds to come. What are we going to do on the buy rounds? Use it as a timeout, because they should achieve nothing in this round, really.
Achieving very little indeed.
Death by paper cuts.
Like me at school, James.
Okay, fair enough.
Just gonna help myself up for the burn there.
3 rounds in a row for HAVU. So we have a buy for Contact here. This may be their only full buy in this half. Let's see what they have to offer. Or one of them. Very few buys. 3 Creeks and 2 AK-47 for Contact. They've got mostly smokes, some flashes as well, but that's about it. Rylan having a quick look. Well, takes out a player sandwich, but he's traded before he can fall back. Now that 4 versus 4 may still favor them, but oh my god, things turn around very quickly indeed. Slowly with 2. Too fast for us to keep up. Ships now on a 1 versus 4 coming through main. He has the bomb, not much else though. He takes Zori out at least, and again he's got a minute 26. But look at Slowy charging up, and he's made it doable now for Ships. I respect the attempt there. But in the meantime, I mean, HAVU been charging all over the place? Hoodie is above Ships at the moment. He's got no idea. We've got a smoke to slow him down in main as well. So while the CTs are split up, and Ships does have a chance. Yeah, that was a rough spot. Hoping people wouldn't be looking, but again, HAVU advanced in all the right places, and they found themselves at game point, lightning fast.
Yeah, and if you think back to the first map, HAVU were in a similar position where they go into the second half having barely any rounds and any success, and they managed to make this comeback almost 1 round away from overtime. That does not appear to be the case here for Contact. They are looking like they are about to fall off the edge of the cliff here on Train. A couple Mag-10s, Galil, 2 AKs, limited utility, not a strong offering into this round. Doto will quickly see that there's nothing behind that Molotov. That Molotov was a little bit too short as well. So gets the first kill towards Team Main. What's the problems here for Contact? They are losing players, James. They're bleeding out.
Otto and Esperanto. Well, there's some information for Doto. They will not be expecting him to be standing here. And now he can fall back. He'll fall back eventually. As the only man on B, he better be a little bit careful. Caught with a grenade in his hand. Trying to do too much now, but seems like it'll be enough. 16-5. A very lopsided affair on Train. Contacts will be dazed and confused after that one.
Yeah, HAVU looked like a really, really good Train team right there. Like, really good.
That was amazing.
Their T-side was pretty fantastic, really diverse, lots of different pacing. Everyone knew what they were doing. They had anti-eco rounds, anti-force rounds. They had multiple ones. They just look great. There's no realm to criticize them, I think, right now.
Yeah, they are storming to that 3rd map of Dust 2. Thoughts at the desk after the break.